In your book, it seems like the kingdom of God is fundamental to your understanding of the aim of human existence and human longing. What is the kingdom of God, and how should it shape our commitment to public engagement?
It's a big question. The first thing that pops to mind is from the Apostle Paul. The kingdom of God is righteousness, peace, and joy. I think is how it goes. It's hard to define, but it's what Jesus came to preach, and maybe something along the lines of creation operating in line with the in line with God's vision for creation, right? With God kind of as is using that old political metaphor of kingship, right? But the one who kind of who orders the whole, in the space of God's reign, and in our lives we see the kingdom only breaking into the world. We see it fragmentarily, and part of our part of our basic understanding is that that's what humans are really oriented to. The moments of inbreaking are the places where we see real flourishing in its fullest sense, and we think that's attractive, and we also think it's just what we ought to be grasping onto. We're not going to bring the kingdom of God to earth.
Right.
That's not our job. It's not within our capacities, and that brings up an important point. I think that we're writing a book about public engagement, but we don't want to participate in the idea that the public life, that politics is kind of all there is. That I think maybe behind some of the polarization in the world today is the sense that that politics is the end, and that it's about us getting it right. We can have faith in the coming kingdom of God and respond faithfully to it by trying to promote flourishing, without making our political contests life or death in the ultimate sense, even though we have to say they're life or death in some sense.
Yeah.
We see that every day,
Yeah.
and you don't want to denigrate that, but we want to say there's a deeper life, and that is a life that gives us hope, even in moments of deep despair.